Morning, everybody. Coach Dave Reinecke here with Aesthetics Training and Nutrition. Talk to you guys about warming up. So sit back and grab a listen. All right, so we're going to talk about warming up. Okay, now warming up to me is probably one of the most overlooked concepts or aspects of your training. Okay, it's very, very important, and we're going to tell you why. So we have this why, who, when, and what chart, and what I feel is the most important aspects of things. So we're going to start with why. So the biggest reason why you should warm up, injury prevention. Okay, the reason why a lot of people don't warm up is they probably don't have the time to, or they don't find the time to warm up, or they don't leave themselves enough time, or they just don't know how to properly do it. So main things here, injury prevention. All right, if you're injured from your workouts or from the gym, you're gonna be out for X amount of time, or you're not gonna want to work through what your injury is, or it's just gonna cause you to not progress in a way that you would like, and it's gonna leave you out for longer than what it probably took to warm up. So injury prevention is the main reason here. Another one is increases blood flow throughout the body. This is to prime your body. Okay, so we have primer here. Now, you're gonna use a couple analogies. All right, so a steering wheel cover, fresh one that you buy. It's brand new, it's severely stiff. What do you do? Because you can't fit it over that steering wheel. If you try, you may be able to get it, but more than likely if you try, it's going to end up oblong or not fit the way you want, or it's going to end up tearing and ripping. Imagine that being your muscle. You don't want that. So what do you got to do? You got to let it sit in the sun, you got to warm it up a little bit, you got to move it around, manipulate it, so that way it makes it a lot easier for you to get around that steering wheel. Your body's the exact same way. Okay, so you need to get blood flow throughout the body. You need to warm it up. You need to properly lengthen the muscles so that way when you do get out into your workout, they can do what you are asking them to do in a full range of motion, or in a the speed that you would like, or the rep range that you would like, and you're not going to have as much stress on your body as a result because it's going to be properly prepared. Just like a test, you study for that test. You don't just go in blind and expect to do well. It doesn't work that way. You have to properly prepare yourself and your body for what you're about to do. So increased blood flow, okay? Increased body temperature, increased blood flow to the joints, to the muscles. Joints overall have a pretty poor blood supply, not gonna lie. That's why they do take a little bit more time to come back from or heal from. So getting blood flow throughout the body, to the joints, to your ligaments, to your tendons, to all the little tiny pieces of your body that it contains is very, very important. You come from sitting all day at your desk and in your car, you can't expect to just jump on the treadmill and go at a 10 mile per hour speed, or jump right into your squats or your bench press. You open yourself up for injury if you do that. So just keep in mind, injury prevention is the main reason why warming up is important, okay? One more thing about why. It mentally prepares you for what you're about to do. So use it as a way to get your workout through your head. Go run through the exercises, run through the weights that you may start with, or what you have planned out for that workout, and just mentally prepare yourself. Eliminate all the stress that was going on prior to, or that you're dealing with, and just get focused into your workout. This can be done in your warm-up. Okay? Who should do this? Everybody should do this. I don't care what your age is, who you are, if you're the president, if you're the best sports athlete in the world, if you're Tom Brady, if you're whoever, if you're a 5-year-old kid, I do not care. Everybody should warm up in some way, shape, or form. Okay? When? Before your workout. Pretty common sense, or pretty much common sense. So before your workout, warm up. After your workout, cool down. Makes perfect sense. So what would constitute a warm up here? So this is something that I do. This is what I recommend to a lot of my clients. What would be a good warm-up? 10 to 15 minutes, in my opinion, for at least your heart rate-based training is an adequate amount. We don't want to spend all day doing our warm-up because we do want to get into your workout. But 10 to 15 minutes, at least for me, is enough for me to get my heart rate elevated to a point where I feel comfortable, mentally prepare, and to break a sweat. Okay? So 10 to 15 minutes, and this could be walking, it could be, walking at an incline, it could be jogging, step mill, rower, it could be jumping jacks, jump rope, whatever you would constitute a cardio-based workout or a warm-up. So that would be your general warm-up. That can be done by anybody. Then you have your specific warm-ups, okay? So specific warm-ups, say for a tennis player, maybe hitting the tennis racket or hitting the tennis ball lightly to their partner. A golfer maybe taking some practice swings on the driving range. Maybe it's doing some air squats if you're about to do a lower body workout. I would constitute that as a specific warm-up, obviously, but then also mobility work. So mobility is basically another addition onto lengthening your muscles, but getting your joints ready, basically. Opening up your hips, opening up your shoulder to get those central pieces around which your muscles are attached to and actually move in the way that they want. Like if I have a restricted shoulder here, I probably wouldn't be able to get my arm back as far as I need. Just the same thing as forward or up. But if I lengthen and shorten, now I can get a much more full range of motion out of this, or up, okay, or down, to actually work the muscle to its full capacity. All right, so mobility work can be done with bands. It can be done with just body weight, stretching. There's a couple different continuums that would go through that, in flexibility training and mobility training. So mobility work can be done. So bands, like I said, cables, lunging and holding a stretch for your hip flexor. This could also be something like some slower push-ups that if you're trying to just get some blood flow into your chest because you're about to do a chest workout. Squatting, deadlifting, lighter weights, things like that. That would be what I constitute as a specific warm-up for what you're about to do. And then you get into your feel sets or for your actual workout. So pretty short video for this because it is kind of a quick topic, but it is something that just should not be overlooked when it comes to your training. So warming up, just as a recap, very, very important. The main reason, injury prevention, okay? Injury prevention. So me as a rehabilitation specialist, I see a lot of people, or I talk to a lot of people, and when I ask them, what do they do for a warm-up, a lot of them it's, I do 2 minutes on the treadmill, or I walk at a 2-mile-per-hour pace. That's not a warm-up, people. That's just you walking on the treadmill. Or they come in and say, I didn't have time, I'm so rushed, I left work late, or I woke up late, or I didn't have time to get the kids ready and I got stuck in traffic or whatever. You still have to warm up. Like I said, whenever you do that, you open your body up for injury because now you're rushed and now you're not going to be able to perform the way that you want. You're going to start rushing and start pressing, doing things that you shouldn't really be doing or that your body's not ready for or that your mind isn't ready for. And it's just going to cause a world of problems for you. Like I said before, the time that it took you to warm up, this 10 to 15 minutes, is a significantly shorter amount of time than if you had to spend 2 months out of the gym because you are rehabbing a strained quad. Kind of look at it that way. So don't neglect your warm-up. I don't care what time it is. I don't care who you are. Warm up. Everybody needs to warm up. Your kids, your middle-aged, teenage individuals, your adults, your athletes, your whoever that you're working with. Warm up. Warm your body up. Get it ready for what it's about to do. Before your workout, 10 to 15 minute cardiovascular warm-up. Get your body ready. Get your heart rate elevated. Get some blood flow throughout your body. Heat things up. Okay? And then your specific warm-up. Mobility work. Stretching. Doing range of motion. Getting your body ready into a full range of motion. That's where I excel at, is the mobility aspect of things. I do a couple different funky things when it comes to that. Hip rolls. I do lunging with a stretch. I do some banded work. So there's a lot of things where you can open up specific joints that you just might not be able to really get at with other stretches. So any questions on those, please feel free to reach out if you want some enhancements to your mobility training or to your flexibility work. But as always, any questions about any topic that we cover, please feel free to comment in the comment section below. As always, subscribe to our channel. Subscribe to myself on Instagram at Dave Reinecke ATN. Also subscribe to RJ ATN_coaching. And just feel free to reach out to us, guys. So I hope this was helpful. A cool down would basically be done the same way, just at a much lower intensity. Okay, so just to get your body back to a state of where it's at, normalcy. But don't neglect your warm-up, guys. It can help you out very, very much and help with your progression. So I hope this was helpful, and take care.